Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. I am one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host, and very good friend, and he's still hanging in there, is Mr. Dave. Dave!
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love Island UK Season 9, Episode 16, Chris. Now, we'll just say, little health warning here. If you are Tom or Tom's parents, you probably want to give this one a little skip. Give it a little skip. Bye. Take care now. Bye-bye. Right. Because I have things to say, Chris. But before that, where would you like to start today?
Well, Dave, we're going to go straight for that very subject, my friend. We did get called out. Actually, Dave, I've noticed on Facebook that the episode for Love Island was a little bit short. People like to listen to us a bit longer, taking the piss out of these narcissistical fuckers, Dave. So I do apologise, guys, but we did want to do a double bill, didn't we, Dave, of like maths, you know, because we just had to get that out. So time was against us, unfortunately.
I thought the comment was about maths. I didn't see. Maybe I've missed something. I thought the comment was about 20 minutes being too short for the maths episode.
I think it was one about Love Island. But anyway, Dave, whatever, you're probably right.
I'm all over this.
Yeah.
Nothing slips by us.
I'm not fact-checking it as usual, so you're probably right. But anyway, let's get into it. So, Tom, Zara and Tanya go to Olivia, tell her, I've got to say, Dave, I think Tom is a complete fucking bellend and a narcissistical, childish, immature prick. But I don't care what he's done to Olivia, if I'm being honest, Dave, because they weren't together. And all I saw there was she took that as the opportunity for the storyline, the TV airtime, the crying came out. I may get some laid into it, but I have no compassion for her, Dave, because all of that was just crocodile tears for me. However, Tom, again, this episode, again, the guys, oh my God, Dave, what is going on with guys at that age? Ridiculous.
Well, we were just raising the curtain at the back there. We were just laughing beforehand because my notes were sparse. I put my teeth back in. My notes were sparse, Chris, and they just read, Tom is a bellend. Next line, Ron is a bellend. Next line, Kai is a bellend. So, yeah, the guys are fucking shit, aren't they? It should be Lads of fucking shit island instead of Love Island. So yeah, it's just it's not a good look, is it? But I mean, what you're saying there, I mean, I don't buy anything that Olivia is selling at all. I was kind of looking a little bit, you know, I know I'm a see you next Tuesday for it, but I was looking forward to this fallout, and it kind of delivered. What I didn't really realise was how much Tom would double down, but I mean, suddenly Zara becomes Olivia's best mate then, doesn't she? She's got this gossip, she's got this tea, and she needs to go and tell Olivia. And then, like you say, it's all the dramatics then. It's as if, Chris, we missed out on a week of this, you know, this loving relationship that Olivia and Tom had. Not that they were together for like a day, you know. And then it's like she's trying to fucking gaslight us into thinking that there was something magical about this relationship with her and Tom. But yeah, so I don't particularly have a horse in that race either. But yeah, it's hard to lay into the girls when the lads are so shit. I mean, going to be a little bit all over the place because I've kind of hinted at it at the start there. But fucking Tom, is he just? Is he a? Did he make a wish to get big? Right? Because he's just a fucking man-child, right? And he doesn't get it, and it doesn't matter who tries to say anything to him. He's doubling down. He's like, well, my parents are really proud of me. Well, fucking good for them. Good for you that you have to reassure yourself with that. But I can't imagine they're massively proud of what you're doing right now. You know, because he is fucking gaslighting everyone. And not just fucking gaslighting, blatantly fucking lying to everyone. It's like, oh yeah, fucking Ellie, you know, she fucking stuck it on me. What was I to do? You know, 6 foot whatever I am, fucking had no chance, you know. She was like a fucking alien, you know, the alien facehugger things. I had no agency, I had no say in it whatsoever. He's just so full of shit, Chris. And I've been calling Ron out, and that's that thing I said yesterday. It's because he's a bit more sneaky about it, or has been. But Tommy's the fucking worst. And I tell you what, the way he was doubling down there on the night, and the more reflective, him the next day, I still don't think he really understood. He was like, no, I've got no loyalties to anyone. But he was much more chill. It just makes me wonder, someone had a cheeky little word with him. One of the producers, like, maybe pointing something out. Because even when Shaq, God bless, hail fucking Shaq, by the way, when he's trying to explain to him, he just doesn't get it. He doesn't see that he's done anything wrong. But if he really thinks that he's done nothing wrong, why does he lie about what happened?
You're totally right, Dave. His attitude to the whole thing was, look, they're not in proper couples. He's pissed about since he's been in there, hasn't he? And he ended up in a triangle. Then he was in this square with, 3 girls. I don't know why, because I think there's a couple of better people in there. You're so right. They're lying, and it's like, well, it's only a kiss. It's like, but why didn't you say anything? And he's like fobbing off to Olivia. And what I found weird, and it sounds like I'm going at Olivia because I'm not, because he doesn't get off scot-free here at all. But she was like, I'm not bothered about the kiss. It's like, what are you bothered about then? But going back to him...
It's the lying.
It's the lying, yeah. It's the bullshit, basically. But with Tom, I just find his whole demeanour, Dave, it's like a 6-year-old child, gets caught eating chocolate and their mouth's covered in chocolate. They go, have you been eating chocolate?
Yeah.
I've not been doing anything. Not me. No, it's not me at all.
I've got no loyalty to Cadbury's or anything.
Yeah. I was eating a fucking Galaxy. What's your problem? It's just ridiculous. And when Zara came over, Dave, I thought he was so disrespectful to her. She was just trying to have her bit of peace about it, just to say, I was right. You pissed about and that. And she went over and he was having none of it. I mean, he was getting it from everywhere, Dave. But I did think he'd thrown a tantrum, Dave, but he actually threw a $2.99 eBay shirt. When he took that shirt off, I was like, are you taking all your clothes off now? Are you storming out the villa like we've seen in the past, where they go outside the front door and they go, oh, shit, I still want to stay on holiday. I still want to be on telly. That was pathetic, Dave. Absolutely pathetic. However, Shaq, Dave, the fucking man again, he's not messing about. He held him accountable. Tom didn't want to hear it. He was absolutely on the money again, Shaq, Dave. He really, really told him straight. Again, whether I can see some people will be saying, well, why is he getting involved or whatever? I saw that online. It's like he's trying to say to him, this is not a good look. He's trying to look out for one of his boys. He's not going along with it like fucking Kai and Ron and all the other fucking no-marks who just think it's hilarious because they're fucking the girls about. Yeah, I thought Shaq come out of that really well again, Dave.
Yeah, again. But like you say, Tom was having none of it. But Shaq saying, look, I'm not kind of calling you out for this, but, do you not see how this comes across? And by the way, you did say to all the lads, so it's not just the girls you're lying to. You're lying to the lads. I don't think he said that, but that was the implication. That, you and Ellie are just friends.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're sneaking off, having a cheeky little kiss. And bullshit, he can fucking bullshit everyone he wants to in the villa, but we fucking saw it. It's not as if Ellie had her flirt on, but Tom was flirting equally as much back. And I don't remember Ellie sticking it on him. When that kind of happens, who's leaning in. It was both of them were wanting that to happen. So if he genuinely thinks he's done nothing wrong, then he wouldn't lie about it to the girls and the boys. And so, yeah, Shaq, and to a lesser extent, because he missed out on all the drama, didn't he, Will? Seem to be the only boys who actually call these people out. But, yeah, the rest of them are fucking shit, really, aren't they? It's just making us look bad. You know what I mean? Is our boys getting worse? Is it just this awful narcissist characters that you bring into these programs? I just think, it just like common sense doesn't seem to be that common.
No, and I agree with you, Dave, because I've got to say, Ellie, her impression of Tom was fucking brilliant. He like you said, it was disgraceful. Like, he laid it on. He's 6'5". He's a man mountain, and he was saying that she came on to me, to Olivia and some of the other girls, some of the lads. It's like, doesn't matter if she came on to you. You don't have to kiss her. Which she didn't. No, and I don't think she did. I'm not saying she did. But surely he could have turned his head, Dave, moved away. Didn't have to kiss her back, did he? It's not like she was fucking, had him on tied down or anything, Dave. You know what I mean? So it was just a terrible, pathetic excuse, really. And it made him look even worse. Instead of owning it and it spiraling like it did, it just made him look so silly, Dave. And the only thing I'd say, it felt like I was watching the classic Love Island story towards the end, because Olivia had literally given up and was sort of like, well, the lock, I've got my padlock on, and it's like, for now. And I'm like, oh, here we go. We're going to get fucking Hunt the Thimble. I'm really sorry. I want to get with you. It's laid out in front of me now what's going to happen with these two. They're going to be together by probably tomorrow's episode.
Yeah. I will just point out I predicted that before you on Discord, by the way.
Nobody saw it, Dave. # reality radar is right.
It was the way she said something like, the door has a padlock on it. She was about to say is closed, but she was like, no, actually, people remember this stuff because it's filmed. No, it was that pause that gave it away, and it was like, oh, fucking hell. I don't know who's voting for these people, but I suppose you've got to vote for someone, haven't you?
Yeah.
But, just, again, look, Chris, if it was fucking Susan Boyle, right, going in and trying to stick one on Tom, do you think he'd reciprocate, or do you think he'd fucking get out of there? You know what I mean? Yeah. Bull fucking shit. And I fucking wish all the boys would bloody call him out, not just Shaq, because it's so obvious. And again, he's drifted through. You know what made me laugh, Chris, was like, oh, I don't like drama, but it seems to follow me. Well, what's the common denominator, you prick? Do you maybe think it's you? And what I will say, Chris, I know we're jumping around. You mentioned Zara there, and I know Zara is a tremendously divisive character, and I can see absolutely why people see it in different ways. And, I think you and I did get called out on Facebook for defending her. I think that's more aimed at me. I think I've been more in her corner just because I don't like the way it feels to me like it's almost bullying from the other islanders. They've all been on Olivia's side. However, I kind of wish she didn't go over to Tom and fucking just have a 2 pennies worth. It wasn't her argument to have. They both agreed they were going to draw a line under their thing. It was nothing to do with her, to go over and just have a piece and say the thing about, oh, I hope your parents are proud or whatever. And then that caused a little fucking tantrum walk off with the whole storming off thing, like you said. So, yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, we've got a recoupling, haven't we? Boys pick again. And, yeah, I can only see one outcome for this, Chris. I can only see Zara gone.
Yeah, I think so, Dave. There's no one else she's connected with, is there? As far as we've seen on the edit anyway. And just slightly moving off Tom, because I called him Tom the Dildo, Dave, and I've got something I want to announce later for everybody as well, Dave, so we'll talk about that near the end. But let's just talk about some of the other...
Right, but just before we move off that, don't announce something. Leave it for fucking ages until I get pissed off and end up doing it for you, right? Because if it's T-shirt related, you better fucking do it if you commit to it.
It's not T-shirt related.
I saw the messages.
No. You don't even know where I'm going with this. So
that is true.
Just chill your boots there, Mr. Horrocks. Just chill your
neck in.
Yeah, just chill. You were on the offensive there. Just chill your boots now. Right? So let's talk about Ron. Another dildo, Dave. So Lana's there, and he's just... I thought she was so right what she said. He's saying to her, well, I can speak to everyone. We're going to speak to people all these 8 weeks and stuff. Potentially, it's going to happen. And she says, yes, I acknowledge that. But she says to him, you never seem to put me first. And I've got to agree with her, Dave, because she's there crying away. And he sat there with Sammy. He's not really done anything. She had a bit of she was just edited out a lot in this episode because of what was going on. But it's like he's loving the attention that he has with her. I don't listen, she's giving it in, but the whole dynamic. But then Lana's there's the backup, Dave. And I think she's right. I think Lana needs to cut him loose, Dave. He's not worth, as they say, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, my friend.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, she said something like, do you think I'd put up with this on the outside? And all I could think was, yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. I mean, it should be a done deal. There shouldn't even be a fucking question. Dump his ass.
Yeah.
And even if deep down you don't even... That's not really what you want, you've got to make him fucking sweat a bit. You've got to give it at least a few days. She gave him a really good talk the other day and then discredited the whole thing by getting back with him within 24 hours or something. I'm not even sure it's 24. You can't really tell with the edit. But, yeah, she's just a fucking doormat, isn't she? And he's a prick. Another one. I said the other day that he kind of reminds me of... I was saying about the... influencers. So, you know, in the In-Betweeners movie, I was saying where Simon says, "We players," and it was on that day where fucking Ron and Kai are there, and Ron is like, "Players," and I'm like, "Oh, you really are a tit, aren't you?" I mean, who fucking says that? Especially when you know you're being filmed there. So, yeah, I think she should just cut him loose. And you can see she's quite upset about it. I mean, come on, love. It is only 2 weeks, you know. So, I don't know. I just fear that, like you say, she's the comfortable, the easy choice, you know. And how can you still have skin in the game when he's blatantly said, "Oh, this other person is my type on paper"? And what he listed it out, Chris. 2 criteria: blonde. Sorry, it wasn't blonde. It was brunette, tan, and that was it. He stopped. He's got 2 fucking checks on his checklist. It's like fucking belling. So 50% Lana isn't even there. So yeah, he's just a dick, and I just wish she'd dump his ass.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. I'm with you. And another absolute muppet. And I've seen, like you were saying about, like, Zara's quite divisive with people. So is Tanyel, Dave. But I think Tanyel comes across quite well from what I've seen. Like, she has this discussion with Kai, and then Kai, I'm sorry, Dave. What is he doing? He's fucking doing my head in. Another dildo, Dave. It's just, what is up with him? Like, the way he speaks, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's it. It's giving me the ick." And she's like, but she knows the worth. She's like, "Why am I putting up? I'm not putting up with shitty behaviour." And he's gone, I mean, probably the edit, but Kai has just all of a sudden become an absolute fucking tool this week, Dave. Like, really, really annoying and just disrespectful. And like, he pulls Sammy for a chat, and it's like she feels as if it's like she's been made to go and have a chat with him, and he's got no chat whatsoever, Dave.
No.
Got all the looks. He's got fuck all chat. Sammy, he'd be silly. He looks the part. He's a good-looking lad, without doubt. But it just frustrates me. Like, him, Ron, and Kai, Ron, and Tom are just awful depiction of guys at times in this. They really are. Just like every series, we have this same discussion. And I know we get called out. Some of them, we've had a few people on Twitter call me. You have to say, "Oh, you're always having a go at the guys and not the girls." But because we're guys, we know people who've acted like this, or we can see it, or we want better for them, thinking, no wonder fucking the women think fucking guys are just immature tossers, you know what I mean? And I'm sure my wife would probably agree with that, Dave, over the 25 years we've been together. I've never been perfect. I'm sure I've been a bit of a prick at times and immature, and that it happens. But these, it's just like, wow, the girls just seem a lot more mature, I think, this year, even more than ever. It's so frustrating watching them.
Yeah. I mean, as a blanket statement, there's often times when the girls are out of order, but it's, you know, especially in the last fucking 2 or 3 seasons, Chris, it's mostly the blokes being shitty. And all I'll say, you know what, I'm going to say something positive about Kai. Are you ready for this?
Come on.
At least he's not quite as fucking boring as he comes across all the previous episodes. At least this little bit of drama, you know, gives us a bit of a window into what type of character he is. And that is a bit of a tip, because Tanyel, right, I don't know what he expected out of that chat. I don't know if he expected her to be quite submissive, like flick her hair and just say, "Oh, that's okay, it doesn't matter." She was just saying, you know, she's not happy about it. She was not fucking shouting. And suddenly he's like, don't shout at me. Don't shout, you know. And then it's like, what's going on? And she's speaking with authority. She's speaking assertively, but she wasn't shouting. She was fucking miles away from shouting. You could tell, like fucking Ekinsu last season, you know, when someone's shouting.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was fucking gaslighting, that was. And then, you know, he goes off telling everyone else, you know, about how Danielle was shouting at him. And it's like, you lying bastard as well, you know, because people who weren't there, and I don't know how close in proximity people were to there, wouldn't actually know. They're just going to come away with, oh man, fucking Danielle's been screaming at fucking Kai there. And then Aaron fucking decides to stick his oar in. Bit of a schoolboy error, because he is a bit brash. And, you know, I just think with that, I think Danielle just doesn't fucking like him. And she's like, what are you fucking doing here? You know, and why are you getting involved, you tit? So, you know, I did like that little fracas that spawned up there. But like even the day after, you know, the morning after when they're having their little get together and Kai's like, yeah, I'm kind of done with Danielle. I won't be spoken to like that. It's like, what happened in your head? Because I don't know. All that happened from my eyes where you did something, you know, he basically pulled her for a chat, didn't he, Sammy, for like right in front of Danielle. You know, it wasn't even subtle about it or anything. And then he's coming like with a half-baked apology, and she just said she wasn't happy about it. And then he's decided, like, he's rewritten this narrative in his head. I'm not sure if it's just to get out or he genuinely feels like he's shouted at. Chris, I've said it before with Kai. The fact that he's fucking teaching kids is a little bit disturbing, to be honest. And I don't quite know what's going on there. I did make fun a little bit that he's a fucking PE teacher. It's not like he's lecturing fucking physics at university or something. But, you know, it's just, yeah, again, more shitty behaviour. I mean, all three of those blokes, right? Tom, Ron, and Kai, utterly shitty behaviour.
Well, and you called me out before, thought that I was going to drop a bombshell with merchandise. And you, my friend, have segued into a new range of merchandise that the CD Reality Cast will actually be unveiling, guys. Now, I've mentioned that all these guys, so Ron, Tom, and Kai, are dildos. So, Dave, we have a range of dildos, okay? So, we have the Ron, Dave. It's probably going to sound so shit. But anyway, it needs, Dave, plenty of lube and maybe a visit to the doctors because it's flaky as fuck, Dave. So, that is the Ron dildo, okay? Right. We have the Tom dildo, Dave. It's big, nice to look at, but cannot deliver with any satisfaction because it has no balls. And also, the last one...
How many dildos have balls? Well, okay, I'll let you keep going.
Just what I've heard, Dave. But anyway, and then we have the Kai, Dave. It has a big shaft, but it's lifeless and fucking faulty. So brains and batteries are sold separately, everybody, and we're retailing them at $99.99 plus $99.99 postage. All forward from Mr. C. Phelps and Mr. Mr. Dave.
No, I'm not having anything to do with this.
So that is the range of dildos for this series. The Reality Radar and the Casamori merchandise is still there, but if you are interested in any of these other devices for your pleasure, please get in contact with us. As I said earlier, brains and batteries sold separately. Anyway, Dave, so we've had a email, my friend, from our great friend Chrissy, and it's a belting email, actually. And it's her first one of 2023. So thank you for it, Chrissy. It says, hello, boys. It's a good listening to you two this year. You both always make me laugh. I've really been agreeing with your take so far. I thought the David situation was complete bullshit, and I couldn't stand Aaron on his season, but he gets special treatment here again while bringing nothing to the show. Completely agree, Chrissy. I also think Zara has really been getting a bad edit, and she seems to be mistreated in the villa. Like the whole face, body, and personality question. All the girls were like, you're overreacting. He actually really likes you. And we saw Olivia having all these conversations with Tom, and he was saying conflicting things to her because they have so much history. Olivia told Lana that she thinks Tom has been lying to Zara about his feelings for her. I think that game confirmed that, and Zara has been feeling had that feeling he was doing all of that shady crap to her, and I think she was right. Tom has been so infuriating to watch. At first, I thought he was nice and just dumb, but I think he's just playing with everyone now. He's been flirting with Olivia openly in front of Zara, then telling Zara, I can only picture being with you on the outside. You're the type I look for on the outside. Then he's been flirting with Ellie and then telling everyone behind her back that he doesn't like her. And then he's flirting with Sammy now too. The audacity of this boy with such a limp noodle personality, among other things. He's not a good guy and he has no personality. So I hope he and Olivia couple up and both of their monotone asses get the boot. She's so fake and Dave is so right about her constantly fishing for compliments. I'm hopeful about Jesse and Will, though. I know everyone says the show is fake and produced, but I feel people still have real feelings towards each other at the end of the day. Will and Jesse's relationship just feels so wholesome and nice right now. I'm interested to see once Casa Amor comes around, if Will, Jesse and Shaq and Tanya will stay together, or if they'll fail all these tests they keep talking about. Anyway, any reality radar predictions about this? Thank you so much again for the good chat and banter. So thanks, Chrissy. Great email. I don't know, Dave. I hope none of them turn heads. I just don't think Will or Shaq's got it in him at the moment.
I said the other day I'm becoming a bit of a believer with Jesse and Will. I wobbled a bit. Like the whole thing with getting jealous of Will the other day was a bit weird and has me wobble a bit. But I mean, it's a low bar, isn't it, in this particular villa, Chris?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to have something that delivers on the promise of Love Island. So, yeah, at the moment, they're looking pretty strong. I just can't help but feel in my gut, Chris, Casa Amor is going to be the end of Will and Jesse. I think some big, massive Owen-shaped beefcake will come in and sweep Jesse off her feet. But let's see. I hope I'm wrong with that.
Yeah, let's hope so, Dave. If you want to email us, guys, like Chrissy has, please email cdrealitycast@gmail.com. One of us on social media @cdrealitycast. Please get over to patreon.com/cdrealitycast if you want to. If you want to support us a bit more. I think I've got your teeth in now, Dave. You're right. And also, please go to Facebook. 425 people over there. So thank you, everyone, guys. Let's try and get to 500. My call every episode is doing well. So thank you so much. It's so humbling having so many nice people over there as well.
My teeth aren't the only thing you've got in, are they?
Anyway, to the roll call of on. I'm not doing the Dave.
Consumer testing.
Yeah, I'm not doing the Dave on yet. That's not come out the Dave and Chris. They're too fucking small, Dave, for us to even sell them. But anyway, right, so big thank you to Cassie, Megan, Kate, Maggie, Kristen, Zoe, Gillian, Michelle, Keith, Helen, Brianna, Dee, Joanna, Libby, Katie, Dini, Priscilla, Susan, Hennessy, Tracy, Lauren, Lucky Lulu Green, and Ken Gustavs. So thank you so much, guys. And amazing work, David. Amazing work.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Thanks to everyone out there for listening to us, for supporting us. And we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.